Now on 4 News Now at 6, 3 kids found safe in a basement following a shooting. What one of the kids was holding when police arrived.
We have some light precipitation on the way for Wednesday, but I am tracking some heavier snow on the way for the weekend. Winter returns in your First Alert forecast.
And the updated FAFSA form is now live 3 months later than usual. How the delay could impact students. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. We begin with some breaking news. 2 kids and 1 young teenager are now safe following a shooting at a home in northwest Spokane. Police tell us one of the kids was armed with a knife ready to defend themselves. Thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice. It all happened near the corner of North Sutherland and West Francis just before noon today. Police say they received multiple calls of a shooting. Witnesses told police a man who had been shot was running away. When police searched the house, they found 2 small kids, a young teenager and a woman in the basement. All of the kids were taken into police custody. One man believed to be the shooter was detained. The man who had been shot was taken to the hospital. Well, the new year is a time of new beginnings, especially for the city of Spokane. As of today, Lisa Brown has officially taken office as the city's mayor. Our Marissa Rio had the chance to speak with her and shares what the mayor's first day consisted of.
Well, it was a busy first day in office for Mayor Brown. When we met with her, it was pretty quiet. Everyone was still getting adjusted. She told me that today her day consisted of many meetings revolved around public safety, her top priority as mayor.
I am taking on the role of mayor because I love this city.
The road to get here might have been a bit tumultuous, with the Twitter fights and heated debates. But today marked the first day of a new beginning.
And I just want to help bring us together. We've been a pretty divided community, so a little more unity, and then taking on some of our big challenges.
Public safety is one of those bigger challenges, something Brown has already started to address during her first day in office.
We are going to be searching for a new police chief, and so that will be a community process as well. And in addition to that, we want to look at our staffing levels. Are they appropriate? What are the response rates and times? What do we need to do to get those to the place that the public expects?
Brown has also set up meetings with homeless outreach teams in the community to figure out what they do and what the city can do to help.
So that we can have comprehensive, quick, humane response to people experiencing homelessness and work as hard as possible to bring people inside, get them the services they need, and also hold us all accountable for doing the right thing.
As her term continues, Brown also hopes to address the number of people who are struggling with housing prices.
Besides addressing some of those issues that Spokane faces, Brown told me that she's also excited about the opportunities that Spokane has. Celebrating Expo's 50th anniversary is one of them. Reporting live in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
All right, Marissa, thank you. A pound of meth, 1,000 fentanyl pills, and several guns were found during a traffic stop in Post Falls. In this photo, you can see some of those guns, including a stolen handgun and a sawed-off shotgun. They were found when the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office pulled over 32-year-old Amber and 38-year-old Joshua Letchworth. Deputies searched the car after saying they smelled marijuana coming from the car. They both now face multiple charges, including unlawful possession of a firearm. A 50-year-old man is now recovering after being badly burned in a fire in Grant County. The sheriff's office says a gazebo caught fire on Road B north of Ephrata at around 1:30 this morning. When crews arrived, they found the man with life-threatening injuries. He was flown to a nearby hospital. Deputies say the fire is believed to have been propane-related. All right, we are tracking rain on the way. Plus, we have a possible weather alert day later in the week because of snow. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now in the First Alert Weather Center.
Yes, and that is what's really gotten our attention is this major change on the way. And the next big thing that we are tracking is snow. That pattern change starts on Friday with some light snow, maybe an inch around Spokane. But there are several rounds through next week and even in our 8 to 14 day forecast. Moderate valley snow this weekend. Now, there's still a lot of uncertainty about this snow, but early indications are we could be seeing up to 6 inches in some of the valleys around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, with isolated spots getting up to 8 inches through the weekend, and some heavy mountain snow as well. Tonight, we are seeing very light rain on our radar, making its way into the Columbia Basin. Really just a few sprinkles, and they're not going to make a lot of headway in our direction. Our forecast radar showing a little bit of a mix on the West Plains around 3 a.m. and then some light hit and miss rain showers through the day. On Wednesday, a high of 37, 33 is our average high. I will be back with your 7-day forecast. We have seen the dip in our temperatures in the 7-day. I'll let you know what to expect in just a few minutes. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. A Spokane federal grand jury has indicted 2 men in connection to this drug press police seized last month. Investigators say it can produce up to 17,000 pills an hour. 43-year-old Timothy Maddox faces 10 felony counts, and 35-year-old Nicholas Adams faces 7 felony counts. They were arrested following a months-long investigation by the Regional Street Crimes Unit. Investigators also seized a smaller pill press capable of making up to 3,000 pills an hour. They also seized nearly a pound of meth, 4.5 pounds of powder presumed to be fentanyl, $57,000 in cash, and more than a dozen guns. All right, still ahead, search and rescue is underway following that 7.6 magnitude earthquake in Japan. Coming up, we'll take you inside one of the evacuation centers to see some of the issues it's facing.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Save your green! When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
We are here in Israel, a nation at war, the worst attack in 50 years. Israel waging a fierce bombardment of Gaza.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning America. We want you to know every morning.
We're right here, and we got you.
It's just 9 days until the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th. Amazing RV discounts and manufacturers' reps are coming from across the country with incredible prices for the show only. Thanks on site with super low interest rates. And again featuring tiny homes in multiple models. Tons of vendors and free admission. There's prizes and giveaways, including a travel trailer giveaway. There's adult beverages, live band, and a scavenger hunt for the kids. It's the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Plus, 6 years, no interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
All right, All right, we're following some breaking news. Within the last half hour, we've learned the names of 2 victims killed outside a theater after midnight on New Year's Eve in Rochester, New York. 28-year-old Justina Hughes and 29-year-old Joshua Orr were riding in the back of a ride share when it was hit by a car. That car is said to have been driven by 35-year-old Michael Avery. Avery was also killed in the crash. We're also learning tonight that investigators say the crash was intentional. Now they're trying to determine a motive. ABC's Rena Roy has the details.
New surveillance images released of 35-year-old Michael Avery, who police say appears to have purposely driven into a crowd outside a popular concert venue in Rochester, New York.
Avery sped up, crossed into the oncoming lane of traffic, and appears to have intentionally been driving towards the pedestrian crossing.
The Ford Expedition crashes into a smaller SUV. You can see the Ford engulfed in flames and a person on fire emerging from the collision. Avery was killed along with 2 others, 9 people injured as 1,000 attendees were leaving a New Year's concert. Investigators say Avery rented that SUV a few days before and purchased gasoline and gas containers, which were found inside the car.
Avery made at least a half-dozen purchases of gasoline and gas containers from different locations.
Police say Avery from Syracuse, New York, had checked into a nearby hotel. Detectives searching his room and personal car.
Investigators are still combing through evidence recovered from his vehicle, but nothing thus far has been recovered that provides any additional insight into why this occurred.
After speaking with his family, officials say it appears Avery had been suffering from undiagnosed mental health issues. At this time, officials have not been able to identify if anyone else was involved or if this was part of a larger plot. There is also no evidence that this was politically or socially motivated. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
So many questions still in that case. Well, the man in this picture is Saleh Arori. He was second in command of Hamas in the West Bank. Hamas says he was killed today during an Israeli airstrike in Lebanon. This video from the scene shows smoke coming out of a heavily damaged building with large crowds and fire crews outside. An Israel Defense Forces spokesperson declined to comment on the incident, but told ABC News Israel is on high alert and prepared for any scenario.
4 things to know about your weather. We have some light rain, possibly mixed with snow for Wednesday. A big pattern change on the way, starting on Friday with some snow. And there's a lot more snow and cold in the 7-day forecast. I'll explain after the break.
And before we go to break, we have some schedule changes you need to know about. The NBA is coming to ABC tomorrow. That means we'll have special editions of 4 News Now at 3 and 4 o'clock. Then the game between the Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks at 5. And you can catch another special edition right after the game.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Behold my Jack Wraps, 100% all-white meat grilled or crispy chicken with lettuce, cheese, and sauces, and a warm tortilla for just $3. And they're under 400 calories. So if your goal this year was to save money and eat healthy-ish, we got you.
Six is the winner of 23 awards on Broadway and a euphoric celebration. Six the Musical, January 23rd to the 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Boating, skiing. We've got it all in the Northwest thanks to 4 full seasons. But that wide temperature range also makes it difficult and expensive to stay comfortable year-round. That's where the experts at Bill's Heating and AC come in. Right now, they're including a free cold climate heat pump with every furnace purchase. Heat pumps keep you comfortable year-round at the lowest possible cost. And now you can upgrade to one for free. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and make living in the Northwest even better.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Here we go. Football is back, and your fantasy lineups are set.
But the real action this season is at Turf Club Sportsbook. We've got real sports betting in the heart of the action at Northern Quest, with wall-to-wall HD TVs and luxury leather seating just off the casino floor. And now, you can even place bets right on your phone with our new mobile app. There's nothing fantasy about that. Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer.
My Double Bonus Jack combo gives you double the seasoned beef, double the cheese for $5.99. Let's see that again. Double beef, double cheese for, $5.99. Huh, good deal.
All right, welcome back to 4 News Now at 6. And Chris, we haven't had a lot of snow. It's been quite some time now, but it looks like there is some on the horizon again.
There is some on the horizon, and we are really going to make up for lost time. Winter is in the forecast. Now, we're going to start off with this little bit of precipitation coming in tomorrow. This is not the event that we've been talking about. Forecast radar as we get into the overnight. Here's 3 a.m. with the very lightest of a few flurries on the higher terrain. Light sprinkles in Spokane. You may encounter a bit of a rain-snow mix early tomorrow in some of the higher benches around Spokane. But by the time we get into mid-morning, we're seeing some light rain with that snow showing up mostly just in the mountain areas around the region. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, 30 degrees for an overnight low, a high of 37 tomorrow with that chance of light rain or snow. I want to show you our high temperature today, 38. I went back through our records. We have not had a below average temperature since the first day of December. And we finally have that showing up in our forecast, and that is part of the next big thing in our weather program. We've got a ridge of high pressure that we are right now on the far western edge of. An upper level trough will try to swing through tomorrow with a little bit of light precipitation. Saturday, we have a more significant round of snow and some colder weather on the way. And then as we get into next week, we're really going to start to see those temperatures drop. It would appear with the potential for another round of substantial snow, and there may be more on the way. This is a look at our January 10th through 16th outlook. This is the 8 to 14 day, and we are in this medium blue, so pretty confident that we'll be dealing with below average temperatures, and we are also in the green, above average precipitation. That's fantastic news for our ski resorts. And if you have kept your heaviest coats, gloves, and snow boots at the back of the closet because you haven't really needed them yet, you might want to dig those out. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Tomorrow, it is very light rain-snow mix, 37 on Friday or Thursday with just a slight chance of precipitation. Snow is likely on Friday, but that will mostly be light. We could see an inch on some of the grassy surfaces in the inland northwest. Saturday is our possible weather alert day. Again, a lot of uncertainty still on some of the snowfall totals, but I would expect at least some moderate snow around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area in the 2 to 6 inch on the high end range. The northern valleys, the high end up to 8 inches, and very heavy snow on the mountains. Difficult pass travel this weekend. A lot of college kids coming and going over those passes here in the next week. You are going to need to keep a very close eye on pass conditions and time those trips carefully because they could be tricky, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. We'll keep it in mind. Well, the new and improved FAFSA is now live. It normally opens on October 1st. The changes are meant to make the form easier to fill out and allow for more students to receive federal aid. CNN's Karen Caifa explains how the delay could impact colleges and students during the upcoming year.
It's been a slow start for some as the Department of Education keeps this form available and open for just a few hours at a time as they update the site as needed. Typically, the FAFSA is available on October 1st, but the overhaul of the process caused a delay. That means students and families might have to get up to speed a little bit more quickly, but they also may wait a little bit longer for financial aid offers. A trimmed-down version of the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA, is now available online.
You never know what federal aid you might be eligible for.
The new FAFSA, which will determine federal aid eligibility for the 2024-25 academic year, has reduced the number of questions for students from as many as 108 to as few as 18. The Department of Education says some applicants can complete the form in less than 10 minutes. The revamp, approved by Congress in 2019 and 2020, is a response to criticism that the previous process was too complicated and simplifies applications in two major ways. First, a tool connected with the IRS will allow all applicants to pull appropriate tax data from their parents' most recent income tax filings with their parents' consent.
The student will go in and say, yes, you can pull any information on file at the IRS for me. And then the parent will also go in and do the same.
Second, applicants can now skip questions that just aren't relevant to them. Also revised, the way aid is calculated. That's expected to boost the number of lower income students eligible for federal Pell Grants, which do not need to be repaid. But the new calculations eliminate the so-called sibling discount, where students who had a sibling enrolled in college were eligible for more aid. Colleges will begin to receive applicant data in late January, setting a tight clock for institutions that typically send aid award letters in March.
They will be scrambling to get those turned around so that students and families have adequate amount of time so that they can consider all of their options and make their enrollment decision.
The Department of Education describes this period right now as a soft launch. So they do say there will be some periods of time when the form is taken offline for maintenance or updates. So factor that additional time into your application timeline, but don't panic. They say schools won't get FAFSA data until the end of January anyway. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
All right, still ahead, safety concerns in downtown Spokane, why there will no longer be security guards late at night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa, Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
The new year is here, and that means it's time to move more in 2024 and get those New Year's resolutions started with a great special offer to join everyone's favorite gym, Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
Experience the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Explore better boats, the largest selection of inventory, and the biggest savings, all under one roof, inside the region's largest indoor showroom. Discover the latest models from the industry's best brands, including Cobalt, Malibu, Axis, Barletta, Chris-Craft, Harris, Regal, and Cruisers Yachts, plus our huge display of pre-owned inventory. Mark your calendars and make waves with us at the biggest event of the year, happening February 1st through February 10th. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Better boats, better prices, better event.
What happened?
Found someone dead.
What?
Only Murders in the Building is now on ABC.
I think we could solve this case.
For an exclusive winter event.
I'm so on board with this.
Only Murders in the Building, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Some more breaking news tonight. One northbound lane on Highway 195 between Qualshan Drive and Spokane Cheney Road is blocked because of this crash. Investigators say the brown car in the center of your screen hit a large animal. Now, this is a developing story, and we will update you once it clears. All right, take a look at this video of a Japan Airlines plane crash landing while on fire in Tokyo. The fire started after it collided with another plane providing earthquake relief. 5 people aboard that smaller plane died.
Just as we were starting to just pick up some speed, we heard that big bang, and I turned and I saw that flame that was making a trace, and then we saw the plane that was in flame. By that time, with the 2 planes going like that.
The Japanese Prime Minister says all 379 people on board the flight are expected to be okay. Preliminary reports show the jetline pilot didn't see the other plane on the runway. Now, so far, at least 57 people have died as a result of that 7.6 magnitude earthquake that hit the western side of Japan. Right now, crews are scrambling to find survivors who are still trapped under the rubble. Making matters worse, rescue teams in Japan are struggling to reach isolated areas hit by the earthquake. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida saying aerial inspections show roads cut off because of landslides and wildfires. He says he's ordered teams to send all necessities such as food, water, blankets, and fuel by air or by sea. Hundreds of people were forced to spend the night on the street in freezing temperatures, with many of them struggling to find shelter. CNN's Hanako Montgomery takes us inside one of the evacuation centers that's facing its own set of issues.
It's been more than a day since the powerful quake. But for Minae and her mother, the impact still very fresh.
Thinking about it now still makes me tremble. My heart was pounding. My mind went blank. We just scrambled, things like our wallets, and ran outside.
Minae was visiting her family for New Year's when the quake struck. Her mother's house now unlivable because of the powerful impact. The pair, luckily, able to escape unharmed. But with the constant aftershocks, they're still far from safe.
I feel like even now the building is shaking. Whenever an aftershock happens, I think of the main quake and my body trembles.
But it's not just the tremors people here have to worry about. Other than a roof, there's little else. There is no heating right now, so people are sleeping on mats. They're using thick blankets to stay warm. There's also no running water, so the Japanese Self-Defense Forces are just outside this building handing out water to locals. This water, a lifeline for dozens here and thousands across the region, left without supply or simply without homes after Monday's powerful quake. Hanako Montgomery, CNN, Nanao.
Well, the president of Harvard University, Claudine Gay, is resigning amid accusations of plagiarism and because of her responses during a congressional hearing last month. At the hearing, she was criticized for a lack of direct answers about policies and procedures to combat bullying and harassment of Jewish students. Here's one exchange between Gay and New York Representative Elise Stefanik.
Can you not say here that it is against the code of conduct at Harvard?
We embrace a commitment to free expression, even of views that are objectionable, offensive, hateful.
Does that speech not cross that barrier? Does that speech not call for the genocide of Jews and the elimination of Israel?
Now, Harvard is one of several schools currently being investigated for discrimination on their campuses. At just 6 months, Gay had the shortest presidency of any Harvard president since the college was founded. She was also the first person of color and first black woman to serve as president of Harvard. All right, we have much more coming up tonight on 6:30, including why you'll want to plug your nose while walking through Higgins Point.
And a pilot program aimed at curbing crime downtown just ended. We'll share what they've learned from this program and what people downtown still want to see. That's coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
Six is the winner of 23 awards on Broadway and a euphoric celebration. Six the Musical, January 23rd to the 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
Agriculture Innovation meets tradition February 6th through the 8th at the Spokane Convention Center. Come see the latest in farming technology, network with peers and industry experts, and participate in seminars. Whether you're a seasoned grower, an entrepreneur, or just passionate about agriculture, this is the event for you. Meet, learn, grow at the Spokane Ag Show. Get your tickets now. I'm Melissa Paul, Ag Show Director, and I'll see you there.
Next live, Tom Holland and Vanessa Williams. And Monday, healthy tips to start your new year as Strive for More in 24 kicks off.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
It's just the general fear of what's going to happen walking to and from your car.
People living and working in downtown Spokane tell us safety is always a concern. But in November, the Downtown Spokane Partnership launched a pilot program aimed at improving safety downtown. Private security patrols work to supplement the DSP's ambassador program by adding late-night coverage. But that program ended on Sunday. Our Bronte Saratsky joins us live in downtown with the progress that pilot program has made and what's next, Bronte.
Well, Derek, these added patrols were meant to add an extra sense of safety and security during the holiday season. But people that live and work downtown say it's something that they'd like to see year-round.
I'd say people more brazen.
When Jackson Montani leaves his shift at the Lululemon store downtown, his and his coworkers' safety is always top of mind.
There really isn't much lighting to get to our vehicles because we do park kind of far away from where we work. So it's like you're doing maybe a 10 or 15 minute walk and you're crossing paths with a lot of characters along the way. So
recently, Jackson says these late night run-ins have gotten much worse.
I've had a couple people kind of catcall or yell at me as I'm leaving work, which is it's just never something you're going to be ready for.
He says these incidents are almost daily. The Downtown Spokane Partnership says it wanted to improve downtown safety over the holidays, while more people were out enjoying bars, restaurants, and hotels.
And the intent was to have supplemental security hours, as we knew we were going to have more people in downtown.
So for the last 45 days, the DSP launched a pilot program to expand its downtown patrols to last until midnight.
As we had more people in downtown in later hours, continuous coverage throughout the district.
The pilot program added Gojo security guards to downtown streets, offering free escorts and deterring potential dangers. That pilot program just ended on Sunday, but the DSP says due to its success, it's already looking to expand coverage in the upcoming months. People like Jackson, who are downtown year-round, say it can't come back soon enough.
It just would make us feel a lot better.
Now, the Downtown Spokane Partnership says that these patrols played a major role in getting people to stay downtown. Now, they're still working on the data to see exactly the impact of this, and as of now, there's no word yet on when these patrols will return. Reporting live in Spokane, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
All right, be ready for a fishy smell. If you plan on heading to Higgins Point in Kootenai County, that's because of hundreds of dead kokanee along the shoreline in Lake Coeur d'Alene. Like many landlocked sockeye salmon, they die shortly after reproducing. The majority of them spawn between mid-November and January 1st. And of course, all those dead fish help attract a good amount of bald eagles to the north end of the lake. Chris, I feel like we've heard of this before. I've never seen pictures like that before of so many of them on the beach.
Normally, we get the pictures of the eagles, not
Feasting,
the dead
right,
fish that bring them, but meteorologist Matt Gray shared those with us along with the smell. We're kind of getting toward the end, already starting to see the number of bald eagles declining.
They're heading south.
Yes, exactly. And I guess it was, they have some leftovers that have gone bad. But let's take a look at our time lapse from today on nature. Someone's going to think that's good eating, though, you know? It's all part of that wonderful life cycle that we enjoy. Our time lapse showing a very gray day over the inland northwest, but no precipitation coming out of those clouds yet until we get further to the east. This weakening system has been bringing a variety of precipitation types. Could see some minor impacts only over the passes in terms of some light snow with this system. Here is a closer view on the radar on that very light precipitation moving up into the Columbia Basin. The system is weakening as it makes its way towards Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, so by the time it reaches us, there will be very little left. Here's a look at our forecast radar. Starting off at our current time, we'll see that precipitation making its way east, but really drying out as it does. Here's 3 a.m. with some snow in some of the northern valleys, and then we have some light rain in the Columbia Basin, a bit of a rain-snow mix right around Spokane with light rain down on the Palouse. We'll keep that chance of light rain going through mid-morning, and then see that start to dry out as we get into the evening. Our chance of precipitation on Wednesday, we have at least a slight chance through the evening. However, the best chance will be as we get into that 1 to 3 o'clock time frame, and then tomorrow morning 7 to 9 p.m. And again, anything that we do see will be very, very light. Here are 4 things to know about your forecast. We have some light rain on the way for Wednesday, possibly mixed with snow. Then we have a big pattern change coming in our forecast with some snow starting Friday. I'll be back in just a few minutes to let you know what to expect, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. The city of Spokane is looking for volunteers to help with the Point in Time count. That's the yearly survey to see how many people are experiencing homelessness across the county.
We know that there are a lot of people that want to come together and help out with the unhoused population and find paths to true stability and housing. And the best way to do that is to know where we're starting.
Volunteers ask questions like how long someone's been homeless and where people sleep at night. Once the report is complete, it will go to the Department of Housing and Urban Development. HUD will then determine the funds the county will receive to fight homelessness. If you'd like to volunteer, we have a link to register on KXLY.com. Well, we want a safe world for our children, but new numbers tonight show the causes of children's deaths are on the rise. Our Robin Nance has the story.
The number of deaths from drugs and firearms in children under the age of 18 have skyrocketed. This is according to a new study from the CDC's Injury Reporting System from 2011 to 2021. It found that firearm deaths went up by 87%. Of the total, about 33% of firearm deaths were suicide. The study also found drug poisoning deaths went up a shocking 133%. Injuries that did not lead to death also went up, with firearm injuries increasing 113% and drug poisoning injuries up by 10%. Other concerning statistics from the study showed that suffocation-related deaths went up by 12.5%, and self-harm injuries increased by 57%, with injuries from motor vehicles going down by 47%. Overall, there were more child deaths from injury, but a decrease in non-fatal injuries. With these concerning numbers and trends, it is renewing calls to reconsider how we keep our children safe. Robin Nance, 4 News Now.
Some concerning statistics there for sure. Well, first people were dropping their cable companies. Now they're canceling their streaming services. That's forced companies like Hulu, Netflix, and other streamers to bundle their products, offer discounts, or run ads to keep their businesses profitable. About 25% of subscribers have canceled at least 3 of the most popular streaming services over the past 2 years. That figure stood at just 15% 2 years ago. New research shows customer defections rose to 6.3% in November. That's a 1.2% jump from November of 2022. Well, gas prices continue to fall across the country, with the national average currently at $3.10. But you won't pay anywhere near that low in Spokane County. In Spokane, the average is $3.77 a gallon, which is still lower than the state average of $4.21 a gallon. Prices in Idaho are a bit better, averaging around $3.17 a gallon. You can expect to pay around $3.37 in Kootenai County. All right, still ahead, Donald Trump may no longer be ineligible to run for president in Oregon, when the state Supreme Court could make a decision. Coming up after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Spokane Wedding Expo is January 6th. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingExpo.com.
The New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so you can still save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs, and hello to killer new looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa, Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Spokane Exercise Equipment is the Inland Northwest premier provider of top-of-the-line exercise and rehabilitation equipment. Once the Spokane Exercise Equipment technicians have finished setting up your new home gym, that's when the workout competition begins. Spokane Exercise Equipment has all you need to achieve your fitness goals. They offer delivery, installation, service, and maintenance for all residential and commercial customers. Visit them in downtown Spokane or go online to see their full line of products.
Whoa, it's not much time.
I know. I couldn't believe it at first, but Eyeglass World really does make your glasses the same day.
They don't just ship them out like other stores?
No, they make them right there in their same-day lab.
The same day?
The same day.
Whoa.
Let me just get that for you. So, you want to go get some waffles?
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $89 the same day at Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses.
The New Year's Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit for only $299.99. Plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
The Great Christmas Tree Debate. Next, Inside Edition. When is the perfect time to get rid of your Christmas tree? Is right now too soon? And how to do it the right way, not like this. Then, would you spend 9 months on a cruise, heaven, or total misery?
We're gonna make this work for us.
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Welcome back. Here's a live look over downtown Spokane, where we have some rain slowly making its way into our area. And Chris, you're also tracking some snow that may make its way in later this week.
Yes, and we're pushing that to the front of your consciousness, because I don't know about you, but I'm not sure where my snow boots are. I used them a little at the beginning of the year, but I've been coasting through this winter weather, and that is going to come to a screeching end this weekend, and I don't want you to be taken off guard. Here's a look at the next big thing. It is snow, something we have not had a whole lot of recently. We started off the winter in pretty good shape and then have had a big block of time without much. Major change in our weather patterns starting Friday, and then we're going to get some reinforcing shots of cold air and snow through next week, and it looks like even beyond several rounds of snow. The snowfall totals, definitely a work in progress. There is some disagreement between the models, but moderate valley snow this weekend can be expected. I think there will need to be a shovel in your future over the weekend, and the potential for some heavy mountain snow, and that is becoming more and more certain, particularly over the Cascades. Could impact your travel plans or impact your plans in terms of whether or not you're going to go skiing or not. I'm going to be zoomed way out on this map to show you our overall weather pattern. Starting off at our current time, we have a weakening front that is approaching the coast tonight, and that is what's going to bring us very light spotty precipitation tomorrow, and we may see a little bit of a rain-snow mix, but no accumulating snow with this first round. Another front is going to be coming in on Friday, bringing some snow to the valleys, and then another front on Saturday, bringing a reinforcing shot of cold air and a better chance for snow. On Friday, initial estimates may be an inch of snow on the grassy surfaces. Then as this system comes through on Saturday into Sunday, a better chance of some more significant snow, up to 6 inches around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, up to 8 in the northern valleys, but it could be as low as 2 to 4 inches. Here's a look at the cold as well. That's another part of this program, tracking our weather pattern. We're right now on the western edge of a ridge of high pressure, but we're going to bring in some cold air starting on Saturday, and then a reinforcing shot of cold air on Tuesday into Wednesday, and our long-range forecast going out January 10th through the 16th, calling for below average temperatures, and we're in that medium blue, so a reasonably strong signal, and we are also looking at above average precipitation. And this is something that meteorologist Matt Gray brought our attention to a week and a half ago, that this weather pattern was evolving and that winter was headed our way. So it's definitely something we have been tracking for quite some time, and it is looking more and more likely. So tomorrow, light rain possibly mixed with snow, just a slight chance of a sprinkle on Thursday. Friday, some light snow, a high of 36 with some light accumulation on the grassy surfaces. Saturday, a possible weather alert day. Really want to have you thinking in terms of winter weather as we head into the weekend. Monday, another shot of cold air and another round of snow. Now we trend upward Tuesday, a high of 34, but if we were to look beyond this, it looks like we may be seeing more highs in the 20s as we get into the middle or end of next week, Derek.
All right, we're going to start feeling it. Thank you, Chris. Well, around the Northwest, Oregon could become the next state to remove former President Donald Trump's name from the ballot. The state Supreme Court saying it won't make a decision until next week. The state Supreme Court is asking Trump and the advocacy group challenging his place on the ballot to file additional legal briefs. Among the legal questions the court once answered are whether the Secretary of State has the authority to determine if a candidate qualifies to be president. Oregon's Secretary of State doesn't think she does, at least not yet. She asked the court to throw the case out, saying her authority on the matter only applies to the general election, not the GOP primary. The Iowa caucus is about 2 weeks away. Another poll is showing good news for former President Trump in a possible general election matchup with President Biden. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the numbers.
This morning, a new poll shows President Biden losing ground to former President Trump among Latinos and younger voters. The USA Today Suffolk University survey shows Trump with a 39% support among the Latino demographic, compared to Biden's 34%. Back in 2020, Biden got 65% support from Latino voters. Concerns about the economy and the border have weighed on voters. The poll also finds Trump now leading Biden among voters under age 30. 35. Many concerned about climate change and the Middle East.
Are you ready to work hard over these next 2 weeks so that we win the Iowa caucus?
Meanwhile, the Republican primary candidates are making their final push, with the Iowa caucuses now less than 2 weeks away. Trump is leading in Iowa by more than 30 points. Less than 3 points separate Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley.
Donald Trump is running on his issues. Nikki Haley is running on her donors' issues. I'm the only one running on your issues.
DeSantis attacking Haley after her recent rise in the polls, gaining ground on Trump in New Hampshire. That state's Republican governor, who endorsed Haley, is now calling on Chris Christie to drop out to give Haley a better chance against Trump.
Chris Christie's a friend, but his race is at an absolute dead end. This is a two-person race, right? It's between Trump and Nikki Haley.
But the former New Jersey governor is not backing down, recently launching a 7-figure ad campaign.
Some people say I should drop out of this race. Really? I'm the only one saying Donald Trump is a liar. New Hampshire, it's up to you.
The results from the Iowa caucuses will not be known until early March on Super Tuesday. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
All right, the Washington Huskies will take on Michigan in the national championship next week.
Yeah, we take a look at the Huskies' chances of bringing home a title, plus what quarterback Michael Penix Jr. had to say about the matchup against the Wolverines. Next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday.
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Yep, that was me. I've gotten older, my horse is bigger, and my dad, well...
Since then, we've added the Mitsubishi franchise to our dealership.
Which means we have 0% financing and over $10,000 in discounts below MSRP.
And right now, I'm getting quality pre-owned price below cost.
Below cost?
That's right, Tay, or we couldn't advertise it.
So really nothing's changed. We still have a lot of great deals and we're a lot of fun too.
Lions and Division across from Lowe's.
North Idaho Urology's high-quality, accessible care just got even closer. Expert care is now within reach at the North Idaho Urology Post Falls campus. Our new Post Falls location offers the same advanced technology as our Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint clinics, creating a seamless experience for our patients. Don't wait any longer. Visit our website or call to schedule your appointment today.
3, 2, 1.
The new year is here, and that means it's time to jump into the gym and get those New Year's resolutions going to move more in 2024.
Let's go!
Lose some inches.
Drop a few pounds. Get stronger.
Whatever your goals are, Move Fitness has the staff, trainers, and facilities to get the job done. Plus, you can sign up now with no enrollment fee to be the best you can be and move more in 2024.
Doing the bare minimum at work probably won't earn you a bonus this year. But at Northern Quest, that unremarkable work ethic can't stop you from having your best year ever with an extra $2,024 a month. It's our best year ever giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter. Then be here for the grand prize drawing on January 25th. And don't go above or beyond. Details at northernquest.com.
Right now at Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
Welcome back. The stage is set. The Washington Huskies will go head-to-head against Michigan for the College Football National Championship on Monday. UW took down Texas 37-31 in the Sugar Bowl to punch their ticket to the title game. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us in the studio. And Julian, how do you like the Huskies' chances to win it all now against the Wolverines?
Well, when you have a guy like Michael Penix Jr., I'd say you'd have a pretty good shot at winning. Penix showed why he was the finalist for the Heisman Trophy this season. He threw for 430 yards, which is the 4th most first ever in a college football playoff game, but he'll have to continue that trend against Michigan. The Wolverines have the #1 defense in the country. They held teams to less than 10 points a game. Penix and the Huskies were impressive yesterday, sure, but they'll have to take it up a notch if they want to take home the title.
Man, the job's not finished. I feel like, it's definitely going to take more. I'm going to push myself to get this team more next week. And, man, we're just super excited for the opportunity for sure.
Kickoff is at 4:30 on Monday from Houston, and the Huskies are looking to be the first Pac-12 team to win the title in the college football playoff era and their first championship since 1991. Gonzaga basketball dropped to number 24 in the AP rankings. The Bulldogs open up conference play against Pepperdine on Thursday, but another loss for the Zags would knock them out of the top 25 for the first time since 2016. Gonzaga is going to have a huge home court advantage this week. Thursday's game will be played at Spokane Arena right across the street from us in front of nearly 12,000 screaming fans. That's double the capacity of McCarthy Athletic Center. The Bulldogs could use the extra home cooking. GU lost 4 games before the new year. That hasn't happened in more than a decade, and no one is more sick and tired of losing than forward Anton Watson.
You're going to lose some games, but, we're going to be right back next game. We got to come out 120%, bring that energy, and I don't think we're trying to lose the rest of the year.
That's quite the promise from Anton. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock on Thursday, and we're going to have live coverage pregame and postgame right here on 4 News Now. And speaking of Gonzaga, Gonzaga head coach Mark Few watching his daughter Julia Few and the Gonzaga Prep girls basketball team taking on North Central tonight. And Coach Few's got to like what he sees right here. Julia Few with the steal, gets in the lane, and she's going to finish with the left hand on the other end. She's got a pretty good coach at home, too, I'd have to say. But North Central, they came to play. Shailene Irvin giving everybody buckets. It was back and forth pretty much for the entire first half. Here's Ayla Cornwall pushing it up the floor for G Prep, and she makes it look way too easy. Gonzaga Prep ran away with it in the second half. Final score of this one, 70-32. So high school basketball getting kind of into the conference play next week. That's when our Friday Night Sports Extra is going to start. Also, should be of note that quarterback Cameron Ward from Washington State was invited and accepted his invite to the East-West Shrine game, kind of like an all-star game for college football. So he'll get one last chance to kind of show what he can do in front of NFL scouts.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight as we head to a break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Next ET, new year, new TV comeback.
Life can be as goofy as any sitcom.
From John Cryer's new comedy, It Made Me Cool, to Rob Lowe's new game show. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Weeknights on MeTV. Watch Andy Griffith at 8, The Beverly Hillbillies at 9, and Green Acres at 9:30.
You can find MeTV on broadcast channels KXLY 4.2, Comcast 114, and Spectrum 9, 17, and 181.
Hey, can I get some butter for my popcorn?
Sure. It'll be $1 extra.
$1 extra for butter?
Yep.
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
It's just 9 days until the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th. Amazing RV discounts and manufacturers' reps are coming from across the country with incredible prices for the show only. Thanks on site with super low interest rates. And again featuring tiny homes in multiple models. Tons of vendors and free admission. There's prizes and giveaways, including a travel trailer giveaway. There's adult beverages, live band, and a scavenger hunt for the kids. It's the National RV Show at the Convention Center downtown. January 11th through the 15th.
Experience the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Explore better boats, the largest selection of inventory, and the biggest savings, all under one roof, inside the region's largest indoor showroom. Discover the latest models from the industry's best brands, including Cobalt, Malibu, Axis, Barletta, Chris-Craft, Harris, Regal, and Cruisers Yachts, plus our huge display of pre-owned inventory. Mark your calendars and make waves with us at the biggest event of the year, happening February 1st through February 10th. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Better boats, better prices, better event.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
4 News Now is brought to you by the percussion sensation Stomp. BroadwaySpokane.com.
All right, we are just about out of time, but just another quick reminder, find those boots because snow's coming.
Yes, by the weekend, you'll need them.
All right, we'll all be back with Nightside at 11 o'clock. We hope to see you then as well.